talking about frameworks, methodologies and things like that, how do you define this framework is perfect?
I think there is no one size fits for all. If that is the case, then everybody will be using just this thing. So it mostly depends on what you already know and what do you like in a language or a framework, and just start working on it. So yeah, I don't think there is a one size fits for all use case in my opinion. So whatever you're working on, just practice it every day. Look at some similar GitHub projects and try to be better at. Try to be a better programmer than you were yesterday. I don't think the stack there is something called a perfect stack.
Selecting a framework, it always depends on what you have to do, what you have to achieve. So if it's something, considering my stack like into PHP, if it is a simple web application, we can go with Code Ignitor, the most lightweight stuff. When it is an API-driven thing which has more focus on security, it definitely should go with Laravel. So it depends on what you do as well.
The thing is, again, no one says fits for all, but there are some specific frameworks solve some specific problems. Like on the back end, say if, like I mentioned previously, if you have a lot of concurrency, you need something like a Go or a Erlang. If it's real time, there is Node or this thing, and if it is anything else, you can use Python, Ruby and PHP interchangeably. That doesn't matter. But it is not that whatever your use case is, it's not that it's impossible for any other given framework. Say the same Facebook could have also been built with Python. It's very much possible, and it could also been built with Ruby. So again, there is no the perfect stack kind of stuff. Just go with whatever you already know. If you hit any roadblocks, like say you pick PHP, but then you had to do some ML stuff, it makes more sense to go for Python if you take ML stuff, because there are already like the TensorFlow is built on Python again. So unless you have like a roadblock, go with what you already know. Scaling and all, it's like a secondary problem, so if you're scaling is a good problem to solve. So this is not worth like spending your time and stuff. So
everybody has been saying, if you can think solutions, technology will just become an enabler. A tech stack will just become an enabler. Once you can think a solution, once you know what are the building blocks, like for example, when you're writing on the browser, there is a concurrency limit that each browser has. If you understand those concepts on the UI, then if you're using React.js or probably an AngularJS, it's about how you're organizing your code and getting to your end result. So tech stack is just enabler, but the building blocks and that mindset that how an application or a solution flows is what you need to focus on. For an HRMS system, there are tons of open source frameworks. Blogging, WordPress, there's a platform called Ghost if you want to stick to the JavaScript stack. Pick any one of these and try to customize them. The moment a simple assignment would be putting up your own blog, right? So what that would involve is not just full stack development, but also deploying it. So you might as well understand Nginx, Apache, whatever it uses. How do you connect the underlying library to it? So just pick up one thing to put your own blog together, and that will give you so much of knowledge, because you cannot start with a framework like React or AngularJS on day one. If you do not understand JavaScript very well, if you do not understand the notion of functional programming very well, you will make conceptual mistakes. So pick up a framework. There is a structure to it that will kind of give you more insight as to how you should go about developing. And if you look at 2 or 3 frameworks, go back from different dates which you started earlier and then newer ones, you'll start understanding how the technology around these frameworks has evolved. So that will give you a very quick ramp up to understand how you should code around different pieces or different layers of an application.
That's the right point in terms of be the user of whatever you want to enhance. Okay, and try to see if there are any improvements you would like to have. And normally GitHub and all, they have a lot of things in there, bugs or issues. So you can go there and then try to start fixing bugs. That way you are actually contributing also that way.